Hello students. So students, in the previous class, we were talking in the chapter that is coal and petroleum, and we already have finished with that of the coal, and we have seen that how coal is formed and the types of coal and all. Now then we have started with that of the petroleum, and we have understood that how petroleum is formed. First of all, students, the meaning that we have seen here is the petroleum, and petroleum is the oil that we obtain from that of the earth crust. Okay, and this oil, it is formed due to the dead organisms and that get buried inside to that of the seabed or the ocean bed. Okay, so basically what happened here, that the dead animals or the plants, they get buried and they get covered with the layer of a mud or that of the sand, and finally there the process of a decomposition occur, like we have seen in case of a coal also. So there, when the decomposition occur, they get converted into the fossil. Now this fossil will again be compressed against the two impervious rocks, and there due to the high temperature, due to high pressure and absence of air, lack of air, made them to get converted into that of the petroleum. So this is how the process of a petroleum occurs, students. Right? So process of petroleum occur with the help of the dead organisms. They get buried inside to that of the earth crust, and the same thing that happened with the coal, the process of petroleum also occur. You see, students, we also call petroleum as a crude oil, because when we obtain the petroleum with the through that of the the earth crust, which is in the seabed, then that oil that we get, it is a crude oil which consisting of a mixture of all the different kind of hydrocarbons. Okay, and for that, first thing is there that how do we obtain the petroleum? So we obtain with the help of a large drilling machines. Large drilling machines used to drill at the place where they are having the doubt, where they find that a lot of a crude oil is present inside to it. So they form a hole, and which we called as a oil wells. You all are very aware, or you have listened somewhere this term of a oil well. So oil wells are what? It is the hole which is digged by that of the drilling machine, and through this we can obtain the crude oil. Now told you about that the crude oil is a mixture of the other hydrocarbon, so it is compulsory to refine it. And how do we do the process of a refining? So we are having a fractionating column, and in the fractionating column we had divided them into chambers where the different temperature is set up. When you heat the crude oil, then what happens? They start boiling, and these chambers are divided into different temperature. So according to their melting point, they get condensed in their particular chambers, and from there we can obtain the different kind of the petroleum product that we obtain through the fractional distillation of the crude oil. So if you see that, if you talk about the natural gas, or if any of the substance out of the mixture which is present in the crude oil is having the low boiling point, so you will find them at the upper chamber. And if it is present at the it is having very high melting point, so it is present at the lower section. So this basically depend upon their boiling point, and makes them to divide into the different columns. Okay, so let us see here one thing, and that is that what are the useful fractions that we obtain after the refining of the petroleum. The useful fractions that are obtained that are obtained by refining of petroleum are by refining of petroleum are kerosene, then petroleum gas, then petrol itself, then diesel, then lubricating oil, then paraffin, wax, paraffin, wax is there, then bitumen. So these are some of the useful things that we obtain by the refining of the petroleum, and that we obtain after the through that of the fractionating column, means after doing the fractional distillation of the petroleum, of the crude oil. Okay, so kerosene is there, petroleum gas is there, petrol is there, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, and finally bitumen is there. These are the things that we obtain. So this is the refining that we have seen, and what are the things that we obtain after the refining process. Okay, now let us try to understand this various fractions and their uses also. Okay, so you see students that let us see that whether these fractions are useful or not. If it is, then what kind of a use that we will going to do with these fractions. Okay, now see, uses various fraction. First one. So the first one is the petroleum gas, which is also called as a natural gas. Petroleum gas. This is the first thing. Okay. So basically it is supposed to be very clean fuel. Natural gas, or that of the petroleum gas that we obtain through the fractional distillation of that of the petroleum, or through that of the refining of the petroleum. So it is used as a fuel in home as well as in the industries. Okay, so we can write it that used as fuel in homes and in industries. Okay, used as fuel in home and in industries. Okay. Now, if I am saying that it is used as a fuel in homes and houses, even in the industry, so you all are very well aware of the fact, and that is of the liquefied petroleum gas, LPGs. So LPG is what that we use, means LPG gas cylinders are there, and when we talk about that, you know that these gas cylinders are basically used in our kitchen for cooking and for the various purposes, in boiling and other thing. Okay, so it is used as a fuel in homes as well as even in the industries. So the common things, I mean, so the common form of use of this petroleum gas is in the form of a liquefied petroleum gas, that is LPG. Okay, it is in the form of a gas, and that is known as a liquefied petroleum gas, which we represented by LPG. Okay, L is for liquefied, P for petroleum, and G for gas. In a capital letter I can write it, that is gas. So you can see here, student, liquefied petroleum gas. So this is what it is, also a kind of a petroleum gas that we will use it, and this petroleum gas is used in the form of a fuel. So this is the first fraction that we obtain from that of the fractionating column, or through the refining of the petroleum, and its uses also how we will going to use it. Now let us move on and see the second one, and that is petrol, a very common one which we are knowing, petrol. So if anybody asks to you that how do we get petrol, you will say that we will get petrol through the refining. It is a fraction, a very useful fraction that we obtain through the refining of the petroleum. Now the question arises that what is its use? That is also very common. We are knowing that it is used in the vehicles, in locomotives, so that they can move from one place to another. So we can write it that this is used in the vehicles so that they can move from one place to other easily. So is this the only use of the petrol, student, that it is used in the vehicles? I hope you all are knowing about the fact of dry cleaning. And in the process of a dry cleaning, petrol is used. So we can say that it is not only used in the vehicle, although it is the major part. Whenever we talk about the petrol, we know that the petrol is used for the in the locomotives. It is used in the vehicles, and thus makes the vehicles to up down to go from one place to another. But it is also used in the dry cleaners. Okay, so it is used in the dry cleaning of clothes. Next one is the students, that is kerosene. The third one is the kerosene here. Okay, that is kerosene. Third one is kerosene. What happened in the kerosene? You know that it is also used for burning anything. It is used for as a fuel to burn anything. Okay, so it is used in wick stove, in wick stoves. wick stoves, and it is used in lanterns for lightning, okay, for lightning purpose. For lightning purpose. Okay, so used as fuel, we can write as students that basically this kerosene is used as fuel in wick stoves. Okay, it is used as a fuel, and not only this, but it is also used in the lantern. You are knowing about lantern is what in Hindi we call it laltane. So you know that even in the laltane also we used to put kerosene so that it will continue to produce light. So this is the third one, and that is a kerosene. Fourth one is the students diesel. Now again, if you have heard in the heavy vehicles and locomotives, they use the diesel. So it is used as a fuel. It is used as a fuel for the vehicles to move from one place to another, like we have seen in case of the petrol also. So fourth one we can write is the diesel. Okay, so see, so it is used as a fuel in heavy motor vehicles. Heavy motor vehicles like buses are there, trucks, tractor, etc. Okay, so it is used as fuel in a heavy motor vehicles like bus is there, truck is there, tractor is there. So these all are they used to move because of the diesel present in it. Okay, now not only this students, but you have heard that diesel is also used to run pumps for irrigation. Okay, so that pump which is used for taking out the water from that of the groundwater, and that pump which is used for irrigation purpose is operated with the help of the diesel. So we can write it, that is, so it is also used to run pump sets for irrigation. Okay, also in agriculture, in electric generator, a lot. Electric generator. Okay, so you see students, these are the some of the uses of the diesel, in which we can say the first thing here that it is used as a fuel in a heavy motor vehicles. You see that we know that the vehicles basically they get moved, the locomotives used to move from one place to another with the help of the petrol, but the petrol that we use, it is used for the smaller vehicles. For a heavy motor vehicles like that of a truck is there, or a tractor is there, or a buses are there students, they are heavy motor. Okay, they are heavy vehicles. So for that we use the diesel. So they used to move from one place to another with the help of the diesel. Now this diesel is not only used for the movement of the vehicles, but they are also used to run pump sets. Pump sets are there for taking out the groundwater, and this groundwater will be used for the irrigation, and that's why I have written that it is used to run pump set for irrigation, even for the agriculture benefit, and finally for the electric generator. Okay. Okay, so this is about that of the diesel. Moving on and see the next one, and that is lubricating oil. That is, next one is students, and that is lubricating oil. Fifth one is lubricate. Now, if we talk about the lubricate, lubrication means what? You have seen that there are oils which is used in the machines if you continuously use the machine for a longer period of a time. So, there will be less fluid will be present, and due to which more friction will be occur between that of the parts of the machine. So we can say that for that, for the machines to work properly, to work smoothly without showing any kind of a friction, we use oil, and that is known as a lubricating oil. The reason is it help in lubricating the machines. Okay, helping the lubrications. So we can write it that this oil helps in giving lubrication. In giving lubrication to machines and engines. Okay, so oil helps in giving lubrication to machine and to the engine, that is a lubricating oil. Next one is students, and that is the paraffin wax. Paraffin wax. So these paraffin wax that we obtain through petroleum, it is used for making Vaseline, it is used for making ointment, it is also used for making candles. So we can write it that it is used for making candles, ointment, and Vaseline. Okay, so paraffin wax, it is used for making candle, it is used for making ointment, or it is used for making Vaselines. Finally, students, that is bitumen. So if we talk about bitumen, so bitumen is basically used for surfacing the road. So it is used for road surfacing. Then it is also used in making that of a black paint, and sometimes it is also used as a you can say in the roof surfacing, because it acts as a waterproof. Okay, so it help in making the roof surface as a waterproof. Okay, so we can write here that it is used for it is used for road surfacing. road surface. The second one is that is used waterproof, waterproofing, waterproof. It is a waterproof for the roof of houses, and finally used in making black paints. So these are what, student, these are the various fractions that we obtain through that of the petroleum, through the refining of the petroleum, and we have seen that what are the different uses of these fractions in our daily to daily life. So we have seen that of the petroleum gas, then that of the petrol is there, then kerosene is there, then diesel is there, then lubricating oil is there, paraffin wax is there, and bitumen is there. So these are the things we obtain from the refining and how we can use them. Now, if we talk in all these things, we have started with that of a liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, so we have seen the first thing here, that is the petroleum gas. What happened in case of a petroleum gas? What happened in case of a LPG, students? You see, LPG. In case of a liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, if we talk about here, basically it is called liquefied because this petroleum gas, it consisting of a butane, okay, and this butane is in the form of a solid, and when it is compressed under pressure, then it get converted into liquid, and thus the name is liquefied. Liquefied is, it means it is converted into liquid. So have you seen in the gas cylinders, your father, your mother, they used to shake it, okay, to see that whether it is heavy or not. So basically it consisting of the liquid, and with that, the help of that, they used to understand that the gas is full or not, means the cylinder is full with that of the LPG gas or not. Okay, so liquefied, it means first of all, butane is there, students. Don't get confused with the name. You will simply understand that it is a kind of a hydrocarbon, butane, which is present in the LPG, and this is pressurized to get convert into liquid. So they are liquefied by applying a pressure on it, and thus finally they will be placed inside to that of the gas cylinder. Now what happened when you turn on the gas stove? So this liquefied petroleum gas, it came out through that of the gas cylinder, through that of the gas cylinder with the full pressure, and as it comes out with the pressure, it get converted into the gas, and when you use a matchstick near to that of the stove, the gas is coming out through the stove, through the holes of the stove, and when you burn it, when you apply a matchstick on it, it will burn with the blue flame, and which is a clean fuel. Okay. So basically we can say that it is flammable, and when you apply a matchstick to it, it will get burned. Now the question is that why we are using a LPG is we can use any other solid also. We will liquefy it, then we can use it. But LPG is having some kind of a property, and due to which we prefer LPG. Like what, students? So the first thing, that it burns easily. Second one, high calorific value. I'll tell you about it. High calorific value. Then next one is smokeless flame. Burn with the smokeless flame. Then does not produce any poisonous gas. And finally, does not produce any residue. So you see here that it burns easily. High calorific value, it means it produces a lot of heat energy. Okay, and burn with the smokeless flame, so there will be no kind of a smoke will coming out through it. And finally, does not produce any kind of a poisonous gas when you burn it, and do not leave any residue. Nothing will be left after the burning of the LPG. So because of all these good thing and advantages, we used to prefer the LPGs.